as found in the film's initial scene, having an easygoing discussion unexpectedly. They hear shots and witness individuals escaping their vehicle. It soon turns out to be evident that a ruthless nationwide conflict is going to break out. Vanya is kidnapped by aggressors amidst the pandemonium, and the storyline shift in time. Caroline is called to her old neighborhood's army installation in the current day for a highly classified mission. She meets individual warriors Milt, Granvik, and Karimi. There are four, and afterward invited by Colonel Rod, who advises them the particulars regarding the activity Dark Poop. He lets them know that the entire archipelago is frozen without precedent for years, which gives them some expectation. Neither the ice is sufficiently dainty to permit a boat to pass, nor is it sufficiently thick to help the vehicle anyway. It can uphold warriors who are skating on the snow. Bar makes sense of that they should secretively skate 100 nautical miles from Tuscany to Otto, which is situated a long ways behind full line. Then, at that point, convey two confounding cases to that base, which will act as a statement of their triumph in the contention. 6 individuals are available after Commander Forsberg went along with them while excusing the others. Rod requests that Coraline stay behind and shows her a photograph of her girl that was as of late taken at an Otto outcast base. She will be brought together with Vanya once the mission is done, he says, and afterward they can all leave the cluster and their lives however they see fit. Caroline is determined to prevail regardless of at all dangers the activity presents, since she currently has an individual plan as a top priority. The base is bombarded that evening, and the 6 rapidly get together and meet Rod, who gives them the containers they then put on their skates. Also, sunrise methodologies. The principal loss occurred as they proceed with their excursion. As the night progressed, Forsberg falls into the cold water because of a break in the ice underneath them. Subsequent to making a plunge behind her, Caroline sees that the lady has previously frozen to death. In request to save the provisions, she chooses to scale away from her pack, yet she leaves Forsberg's body behind. The XS5 track down an unwanted house and chose to go through the night there. They construct a fire to keep Caroline. They proceed with their excursion and find cover on older couple on the following island who are sufficiently caring to take care of them. Anyway, things take a sensational turn when Caroline spots a firearm holstered under the lounge area table, which lead to a shootout that outcomes in the passing of Kamiri's young lady companion on the opposite end, which makes what is going on all really shocking. The gathering come up short on's boldness to come clean with her about his passing, as Neelan takes the radio and tells her Karimi can't talk at the present time. 4 of the gathering's remaining individuals inside a wreck there, they discover that Malik's physical issue is more serious than they at first thought. Furthermore, Granvik uncovers that they are conveying a destructive infection when he inquisitively opens a container. While this raises strain, no one has yet made any move, as opposed to dialing them back or being the one to spread the infection that kills individuals. Molly decided to end his own existence with just Vanya and her contemplations. Caroline chooses to continue, however slips on the ice. She throws the cases to Neelan, who is follow her alongside Granvik. What's more, the two salvage her from risk. Their concerns begin to deteriorate when they go under extraordinary assault rifle discharge. Granvik kills the shooter with a sharpshooter shot, and when the 3 show up at the camp where the shoots was coming from, they find that the attacker was the only one still alive and that every other person had stuck to death. They drop from weariness after the excursion, yet when Caroline wakes up Neeland and the cases have disappeared. Yet before she can conclude what to do, an enormous number of FOs trap her. Furthermore, Granvik, most of them are effectively wiped out. However, misfortune before long strikes before Caroline can toss her last grenade, which falls free close to them. She is shot in the stomach. Granvik flings himself onto it automatically, committing suicide yet saving his accomplice. Caroline pursues Neeland, who uncovers he will kill the infection. Feeling baffled and liable, she shoots him. Subsequent to understanding that Vanya is presently not a choice, assuming that happens, yet rather than killing him, she takes the cases sooner or later. She goes over Ritters, who address her with the word dark. She then, at that point, answers Crab prior to dropping. Caroline awakens and winds up in the medical clinic. The specialist illuminates her that she will make do, but since of the seriousness of her wounds, A portion of her toes must be excised. The boss then gives her an advancement. 2 decorations, but she is restless to see her little girl, who the superior uncovers was a stunt to become her, amped up for the mission. Vanya never visited. Caroline is disappointed by this data and assaults her boss. Anyway, in light of the fact that she is currently a conflict legend, they essentially refinish her. Uncertain of what to do next, she searches out Neeland and beseeches him to help her in obliterating the infection. They reached a resolution that the public authority means to utilize displaced people to spread the infection that will prompt mass decimation. Caroline convinces Neeland, who is reluctant, and says it's past the point of no return, that their status as war legends will permit them to slip into the lab and guidance them to eliminate the vials from the populace prior to annihilating them to forestall the far-reaching disease. At the point when they are prepared to leave the lab, they spruce up in Hazardous materials suit and sneaks onto a helicopter. Caroline's lines start to open, uncovering the serious injury. She has supported Neeland is then encouraged via Caroline. As of now, the grenade's wired to the infection. She jumps off the edge of the foundation of the Neeland. Self-penances as the infection is well-being annihilate. Caroline and her little girl are seen rejoined, submerged in the last